Imagine a fleet of ships crewed by doctors, nurses, water engineers, teachers, and builders able to visit some of the world's poorest cities. Now, imagine their life-changing services. Food, medicine, and skills are offered free of charge. Since 1978, the growing Mercy Ships fleet, which consists of the Anastasis, the Caribbean Mercy, and the Africa Mercy, has brought hope and healing to hundreds of thousands of people who could never have believed it possible. People just like Patrick Coker. The tumor on Patrick Coker's face began as a tiny spot close to his teeth. For 18 long years, he had endured the rituals of native medicine men and the disappointments from different doctors. He received news about a mercy ship that was in his city, and he attended the screening. He was selected as a surgical candidate, and 2 operations were performed to remove a 3½ pound tumor. The change was remarkable. Another remarkable story is that of Isabel. Deep in the heart of El Salvador, far away from modern civilization, lives the family of Isabel. In one family, 2 girls were born with club feet. Isabel's sister Elsa was just learning how to walk on her disfigured feet. But when Isabel saw Mercy Ship surgeon Dr. Tim Brown, her feet had grown completely backwards from not having access to medical care for 11 years. Using the facilities of a local hospital near the place where the Mercy Ship was docked, Dr. Tim performed the surgery. Visiting a beaming Isabel a year later was a delight. She can now do what other 12-year-olds can do: chores around the house, going to school and playing, with shoes on her feet. Another cause for rejoicing is the story of Maliki Sila. Being pushed and pulled while sitting in a cardboard box had been the highlight of Maliki's day. He lived with his parents and several siblings in one rented room. Maliki, like his mother and 2 of his brothers and sisters, was virtually blind. When Maliki's father first heard about the Mercy Ship, he brought his family and met with the doctors. Maliki trusted his dad to lead him onto a hospital ship he couldn't see, and an environment he had never experienced before. Dr. Daniel Gold operated on Maliki's eye. The next morning, Maliki was able to see everything. He looked in a mirror and said, "I'm a black, handsome boy." Returning home was a new experience. For the first time, he could really see his mother, his siblings, and the place that was his home. What a cause for celebration. When Usman first arrived on board a Mercy Ship with his mother, he was severely malnourished. He could not drink because of a cleft lip and palate. At 6 months old, tiny Usman weighed only between 2 and 3 pounds. Mercy Ship's doctors immediately placed him on a feeding program to gain weight in preparation for his life-saving operation. His mother, Inga Kamara, worked hard to provide for her family. In a short time, she had lost 3 children. 2 months before Usman was born, her husband died of tuberculosis. When Usman was born with a cleft lip and palate, her family tragically expelled them, seeing the deformity as a curse. Meeting caring and loving people aboard the Mercy Ship gave Inga Kamara new hope. Usman received his operation and was changed forever. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Gary Parker, with the assistance of dedicated Mercy Ship's medical crew, performed the operation. At the same time, he trained a local doctor to perform this type of surgery. After a few days of recovery, little Usman was ready to go home. Inga cried when she had to leave the ship. But her late husband's family welcomed her and rejoiced with her when they saw Usman's new face. To date, Mercy Ships has served in more than 70 port areas around the world. In a recent year, Mercy Ships served over 460,000 people and has a goal to serve at least 1 million people a year by 2004. But behind every statistic is a person, someone in need of hope and healing. People just like Patrick, Isabel, Maliki, and little Usman. For Mercy Ships to attain the goal of serving 1 million people a year, a new hospital ship, the world's largest non-governmental hospital ship, must come online. And that's just what's happening with the Africa Mercy.
Today marks the start of a new life for this amazing ship. A lifetime in which she will bring untold relief and salvation to hundreds of thousands of Africa's most poor and neediest people.
One of the more extraordinary aspects of Mercy Ships is its best-in-business return on investment. Mercy Ships partners with a wide range of companies and individuals that contribute finance, cargo, pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, supplies, and goods and services. Also, the dedicated crew raise their own financial support and pay monthly crew fees to serve. Because of this, Mercy Ships reaches each person with services ranging from highly specialized operations to the simple life-saving knowledge of clean water and sanitation for the remarkable cost of just under $10. What is a life really worth after all? John Major, former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, has this to say.
These ships, at present, they care for about 450,000 patients a year. And in every single port in which they dock and stay for a while, they provide around $1 million worth of medical surgeries and services free of charge for each month that they're there. And in every single place that they have been and stayed, they have been begged to come back again and help once more.
The Mercy Ships organization is a great example of the generous spirit of America. You're reaching out to people in need, feeding the hungry, caring for the lonely, and giving urgent medical help to those who need it. The spirit of serving a cause greater than self is alive and well and strong in our great land. For many years now, Mercy Ships has provided medical services for the poor throughout the world. This year, your organization hopes to be serving 1 million patients a year. I have no doubt that you will achieve this goal, and I have every hope that you will continue to reach more and more needy patients in the years beyond. I know that you will continue your mission of bringing hope and healing to those who need it most. May God continue to bless you in your important work, and may God continue to bless America.
So many millions are waiting. They're waiting for hope, waiting for mercy. They wait for someone to bring hope and healing.